Returning to the scene of the crime from last May, the Tampa Bay Lightning go into Scotiabank Arena. They walk out with a Game 7 victory and yet another first-round exit for your beloved Toronto Maple Leafs. The second meeting of the season, if you do recall, Rosie, about 17 days ago to be precise, a 4-3 Tampa victory in OT. Alex Killorn, the winner. What do you make of this matchup tonight?
It's big. The timing of it right now is big. I feel like it is the biggest game of the year thus far that actually doesn't really mean anything more than 2 points. But subconsciously and for a team morale perspective, it is huge. I wish they were still on that heater, but they have cooled a little bit, dropping 2 in a row in regulation. So that's kind of a big deal. And they're facing their current nemesis, you could call it. And it's a big measuring stick right now. Where are they right now? Are they the team? Because for months now, for a month and a half, I've been saying that these guys are much different. Everything has changed from last year. Their goaltending, their defensive buy-in. And it has, but this is kind of a little measuring stick right now, and it's coming at the time where they have a little bit of fragility for the first time since October, and they're not feeling as confident as they could. So it's a big game, and I think that the Leafs could really show their character and what they've got this year by making a statement here tonight against this Tampa Bay Lightning team.
I could not agree more. I think it's a response game. We need to see a response from this team. Back-to-back losses. You play the New York Rangers. You play the Washington Capitals. I didn't think they were particularly good in the first and third period against the Caps on Saturday. So what do you have? What do you have in you? What's your response going to look like? I think over and above that is the fact that you look at the standings, and granted, it's the standings in mid-December, but 3 points separating the Leafs and Lightning in the standings for second in the Atlantic Division. And Tampa has 2 games in hand. So you have to find a way to return serve tonight. I know Tampa did that a couple weeks ago and walk out with the 2 points. I just think from a team morale point of view, you don't want to start a tailspin. And this is how it precisely starts, no?
Yeah, it is. I mean, my worry is that this team and all the great hockey they've played lately, has a few defensive blunders, has an average, mediocre type game from their goaltender, and their big boys are kind of spinning their wheels, all trying to get on the scoreboard and are kept to the perimeter and are spinning their wheels a little bit and getting a little bit frustrated. And they have one of those Maple Leaf games that I think they have done in the past, and thankfully we haven't seen it in a long time, but it is a statement game where they need to say, you know what? I don't give a shit who we're playing. I don't care what happened last week. We're getting on the board first. We're going to come out strong because we're ready. We're going to have all our guns firing. We're going to be offensive. We're going to shut them down. We're going to frustrate them. And our goalie's going to stand on their head. We're going to take 2 points and say, how do you fucking like that? Let's keep going with this season. That would be ideal. There's a lot going on that could make it go the other way, specifically the 2 games they've just lost. Both tendies have not had their best performance their last game. And offensively, they weren't really taking control of the last 2 games. So it's an interesting game. It's one I'm going to be fired up for from the very drop of the puck. I'm going to see how they're responding. And again, I think they know that, and I think that it's going to be tough to bring their best. But if they are a good team, I think they'll be able to manage it and come out with at least a really hot start and be really competitive and let the chips fall where they may after that. But as long as they don't shoot themselves in the foot, I think they give themselves a chance to have a good game against their, like I call it, their nemesis right now.